So we went to a Mets playoff game basically only to see Shohei Ohtani. So I'm a big baseball fan. I'm living in New York, but I'm a Boston Red Sox fan. So my top two teams, obviously, like, haha, we have too many spies, are the Red Sox and then whoever's playing the Yankees. So for that reason, super glad that the Dodgers were able to pull it out and the Yankees season when they did. That was amazing, but we didn't know it at the time. The Dodgers are playing the Mets, and obviously going to sports. Obviously going to sports when you don't really care who wins, kind of sucks some of the fun out of it. But oh wow, I wonder if that was by accident. Yeah, the presence. It's not quite as much fun when you don't really have a rooting interest to the teams you're going to go see, but it is still a pretty good time. And this is Ohtani's first MLB playoff run, so we figured it would be fun. And it ended up being a pretty good time because, as you can imagine, at the beginning of the game, they're like pumping up the crowd. They're like playing all these like epic videos with montages and trying to build hype. Oh, he sees me. And it's like, all right, let's fucking go. We got this. Ah! And like playing all these highlights from the season and like trying to get everybody on their feet. And then Ohtani comes up and he's the first batter of the game and literally just hits a home. Whoa, that was crazy. He literally just hits a home run, first batter of the game, after all those hype videos, and all the Mets fans are just like, ugh. And that was basically the vibe for the whole rest of the game. The Mets like got runners on, but they weren't able to bring them home to score, so there were sort of like flashes of hope, glimmers of hope, and it just didn't even really go anywhere. And it's one thing to just sort of be sitting there as the game's going on, but the most depressing part we have too many spies and not enough like power classes. It's not going to go anywhere. The most depressing part was being on the subway after the game, after the Mets lost with those people, and they were so sad. Not just sad about the game, but just sad about like how long it's been since the Mets have won anything, and they were just like, I was kind of like depressed by association by being like in the close quarters subway with those people, I thought. So I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get that. He's guarding that pretty well. Stupid Razorback guy. Let's see if I can do this. Where's his gun is my question. I don't know. Alright, so we need to be pushing. I don't think we have any push classes. Oh, he popped. Oh, whoops. That's not a good place to uninvisible. Obviously, we played the new Mario Party. It's definitely decent if you're looking for a Mario Party that's kind of up the vein of the classic games. The Mario Party series kind of lost its way for a while. They were like, I can understand Nintendo's perspective where they don't want to just keep making the same game over and over continuously unless it's Pokemon. They want to like feel like they're changing it up in some way, but the changes they were making to Pokemon, like nobody really seemed down with. So this is like a kind of back to basics. Oh. That's a bad spot for a sentry gun. And so if you just want like a new Mario Party, but that follows the classic format where it's just like, I don't know, I'm the only one with any points, that follows the classic format where it's like hit the dice block, move, try to buy a star. This is pretty much that. Who is this? The guy's probably a dead ringer. Yeah. That was really weird. And if not, then whatever. But I think they did, and I liked the extra modes. I like the fact that it's online. It's overall like a pretty good time. They see me. Sakurai ended his YouTube channel, which was sad. I was really enjoying Sakurai's channel, and he posted like an epic 45-minute final video. So Sakurai, as most of you probably know, this is going to be a fun defense. So I'm the only one with points. Sakurai, as most of you guys probably know, invented the Kirby series back in the NES days, and then he invented Smash Brothers in the N64 days, and so he has been seen it all. Probably definitely one of the few people active to making games today who traces his stuff all the way back to the NES era. He doesn't even look like he'd be old enough to make games for the NES, but I guess so. And so he's clearly been doing this for a very long time. He's got a good perspective and a lot of stuff to say. And so he started making a YouTube channel about all we need is a bat of a weed, where they're mostly about how to make video games and what to think about, like mechanics wise and like graphics, sound, what have you. But some of them were also about things like managing a team and making sure everybody stays motivated and how to have the right work ethic. So there was even some video, and then there was also just miscellaneous grab bag topics. So there was even some stuff where people left. Even if you don't necessarily, everyone watching his channel probably isn't into video games, but there was even some like non-general video game related content. I like this a lot. So he makes a video to round off the channel, and first off, there were like, I forget if there was 150 or 250 videos, something crazy. And he said that he wrote them all in the span of 1 month. He like finished Smash Ultimate, and before starting his next game, he just had some time to make some like write scripts for a YouTube channel. And it's like, okay, first of all, you're totally acknowledging that you're making a new game, so that's cool. Let's try to get this heavy. So there's that. I have to get health. So first of all, by talking about in between Smash Ultimate and my next game, you just admitted there's a next game, so that's good to know. I wonder what he's working on. And second of all, to write hundreds of scripts in a month, he said it was like 10 or 12 per day for a month. That's insane by itself. And he filmed them off of a camera and was like mostly capturing his own game footage as well, which is cool. That's a spy. I need health again. But the part that kind of blew my mind was that he self-funded this channel. That's a bad guy. That's pretty crazy. It cost him like $630,000 all in to fund the channel and the editors and the translators and the various aspects. And he didn't monetize it. I wasn't 100%. It's cool, I guess, that he didn't monetize it, but I was a little bit confused because, I mean, it's nice. I guess it's cool that he had $600,000 lying around to be able to make this. But he was just like, oh, I wanted this to be like a resource that people could refer back to forever. And it's like, well, I think they can do that because YouTube's free. So like you could have and I guess they would have had to watch ads, and ads are annoying, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I was a little bit confused why he did that, but that's like kind of cool. And he's just, I guess the last thing is like, he's just like a workaholic to end all workaholics. Like he filmed and wrote, he wrote the scripts and filmed it mostly while he was in between games. A normal person would probably just take time off, but whatever. But then he was talking about like he had a lot of like post-production stuff to do and decision. Oh, this team's really covered down. And so he would like work a full 10 plus hour day on this mystery game that he's making, then quickly eat dinner and work on the YouTube channel for a few hours. And I'm like, dude, if that's dedication, man. I don't think it's gonna matter. And I don't know, it definitely like motivated me, kind of inspired me to work a little bit harder at this, because it's like, if Sakurai could do that and bust out a channel, then like, what's my excuse? Literally, what is my excuse? All right. That was really weird. All right, they're on to me. We have nobody contesting this car. Yeah, no way. I was really, really excited for that the Nintendo Music app dropped. It's like people have been asking about this for forever. It's notoriously difficult to, like, Nintendo Music obviously isn't available on Apple Music or Spotify, and you have to kind of go to YouTube if you want a Nintendo OST. It's like annoying. Whoa. That mini sentry's going to win them the game. And the Nintendo Music app is kind of a godsend. I was really into the initial lineup of games that it comes with, and apparently they're going to just make more and more. Oh, get him, get him, get him. Nice job. But the fact that there were 2 SNES games and they were Link to the Past and Donkey Kong Country, were like, yeah, they know. I also really like the feature where you can like extend the track, which is really cool. God Gamer. The Nintendo Alarmo's funny, but I feel like it's like a tiny bit too much money for what it is. That's a dead ringer. There's like a world where if it was half the price, I'm that big of a chump that I'd get it, but I'm probably not going to get the Alarmo, but I'm so glad that Nintendo Music exists. I kind of just had stuff playing for a while in the background while I was working the other day. Ooh. Okay. In other news, Anthropic AI's AI can apparently use the computer now, which is crazy. I feel like that's obviously coming. First you have ChatGPT, pretty soon AI. Now AI apparently can use the computer too, if you use the Claude model. Yeah, he's dead. And I downloaded Apple Intelligence a few days ago when it dropped on Monday, and definitely not as useful as ChatGPT, but I will keep it on, and I guess we'll see. All right. Yeah. Okay. Apple Intelligence was just giving me like really dumb answers and bad solutions compared to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like amazing. I use it at work all the time, and it's like quickly becoming one of those things that like, how could you not have it? Oh, should have just shot him. I don't know why he's, yeah. But Claude's great. Anthropic Claude is great. I have not tried the using computer function yet, but Apple Intelligence definitely needs some work. That's it. Whoa, that spy. Good gangbusters. Well, that's only one of my team who did anything. Alright. Catch you soon.